Hi all, in this video we are going to learn how to write a program for sum of first n natural numbers using for loop. Let's begin. First we'll take the input from the user. N is equals to input, enter a number. Then let's initialize a variable. Let's call the variable s. S equals 0. We'll initialize it to 0. Now let's write a for loop. For I in range from 1 to n plus 1 with a step of 1, then s equals s plus I. Always remember that the start is inclusive, the end is exclusive. Hence, from 1 you go up to n plus 1 but you do not include n plus 1. This is our code. Now let's write the print statement outside of the for loop. Print f string, the sum of first n natural numbers is s. Now let's run this code. What do we get? We get enter a number. Let's enter 5. What do we get? The sum of first 5 natural numbers is 15. How does this happen? Let's look at the background. First, let's take n is equals to 5. Now, what is our range if n is equals to 5? Our range is 1 to n plus 1. So, our range becomes 1 to 6, comma 1 with a step of 1. Now, the first loop starts with I is equals to 1. Loop 1. Your I equals 1. It evaluates the condition I less than 6. So, 1 less than 6. This condition is true. Hence, it evaluates our next condition s is equals to s plus I. Initially, our s was initialized to 0. So, we substitute the value of s over here as 0 plus I or 1 equal 1. Now we take a step of 1. I is equals to I plus 1 which is equals to 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now the value of I has become 2. Now let's see what happens in the second loop. Loop 2. Now the value of I is equals to 2. We'll evaluate the condition I less than 6. 2 less than 6 is true. And then let's substitute the value of the updated s and updated I. Now the new s becomes s is equals to s plus I which is equals to 2 plus 1 plus 2 which is equals to 3. Now we'll update the value of I by taking another step. So I is equals to I plus 1 is equals to 2 plus 1 equals 3. Now the value of I has become 3. Now let's see what happens in the loop 3. Loop 3, I equals 3. It checks for the condition I less than 6. 3 less than 6 is true. Then we go on towards our S. S is equals to S plus I. This becomes, now the updated S is 3. We write 3 plus 3 equals 6. Now we'll update our I by 1. I is equals to I plus 1 equals 3 plus 1 equals 4. Now let's go on to the loop 4. I is equals to 4 now. It will check for the condition I less than 6. 4 less than 6. This condition is true. Then it evaluates the second condition s is equals to s plus I is equals to 4, 6 plus 4 equals 10. Because now our updated value of s had become 6, it has now become 10. Now we will take a step of 1, I is equals to I plus 1 equals 4 plus 1 equals 5. Now let's see what happens in loop 5. In loop 5, your I has taken the value of 5. It checks for the condition I less than 6. 5 is less than 6. This is a true condition. Then S is equals to S plus I. This is nothing but 10 plus 5 equals 15. Now we'll take a step of 1. I is equals to I plus 1 equals 5 plus 1 equals 6. Now let's see what happens in loop 6. Loop 6, I is equals to 6. Now let's evaluate the condition I less than 6. Is 6 less than 6? No, this is a false statement. What happens? Our loop breaks. Our loop breaks, program ends, and gives the output as 15. Like how we have seen here, and it ends our program. I hope the logic behind this is clear for all, and the code for the same is also crystal clear for each one of you.